Hi everybody, I have a message here from Anonymous, and here's her story. Please cover my story. I don't have any money to make a contribution. Seeing as going no contact forced me into a situation where I had to quit both my jobs. For the purposes of this story, can you keep me anonymous, and I will be changing names throughout. If I started with my childhood, I would have several pages of story, so I'll try to give the Cliff Notes version. My childhood was spent in complete and utter fear that I was going to be killed. My father was openly abusive to me. He would flip beds over on me, whip me with extension cords, anything, and make fun of me in public. I thought I was going to die all the time and prayed so hard that I would just die. I used to think my father was the mean one, but as I got older and saw he was being abused and egged on by my covert mother, she explicitly told him that he was no longer allowed to hit my sister, but not me. He was eventually arrested for molesting my cousin, which I walked in on. Sad to say, I only told later because I was getting so terrified that I couldn't sleep with the lights off and would wet the bed every night for months. After, it was just mother, my sister, and my autistic brother. It got worse. She took over all the beatings every single day. She would take phones off the wall so I could not call for help or talk to friends. She once called my best friend, who also had a narc mother, and demanded she not call, so I would be forced to tell her everything. I spent vast stretches of time bouncing from her house to my narc aunt's house to my father's house and half-brother's house. She sabotages everything I do. She's taken me in and out of counseling. She's forced me to quit jobs or be homeless. She never let me drive until I finally did it this last time I tried. She even forced me to report a sexual assault I experienced and then told the cops that I was a liar. She emailed my officer in the military to claim they had kidnapped me. Fast forward. After helping enroll me in college, I thought things were getting better. She seemed to be cooperating and didn't hit me anymore. However, she soon washed her hands of me. She refused to pick me up on breaks, having my ex's family take me. She was so happy when she found out through circumstances that I had been married while in the military, and because of this, I needed her info to keep enrolled in school. She was happy because she could finally tell me no. She said it was because my ex was about to go into school and he needed her information more. She forced me to sit out a semester. Oh, I'm sorry. She said it was because her brother was about to go into school and he needed her information more. She forced me to sit out a semester and then forced me to get a job to start paying rent. So I never got a chance to enroll. Over the course of about 3 years, she lost her hold on me because I would just stay out so long that she couldn't exercise her control on me. So money became her tactic. She began pressuring me to pay her more and more money. She would claim I owed her on certain dates when I didn't. Come last year, she got engaged to a man that cheated on her about half the year they've been together. I know because she had me field his calls so she wouldn't get caught. She tried to offer my golden child sister the house, but she has been narcissistically abusing her in my absence, so she rejected the offer. She then asked me if I wanted it. I began working 2 jobs to cover the cost, but it wasn't enough, so I told her that if my current boyfriend moved in, we could do it. She said that she'd only let my husband move in. I don't think she expected him to agree because after he said okay, it all flared up again. She hounded me about the money. She came screaming at me that the house was dirty even when it wasn't. She threatened to kick me out when I eventually yelled at her to shut up. She said, "This is still my house." No, it ain't, bitch. You're paying for it. It was then that I knew that she really wanted to keep me there to traumatize me whenever she felt like. I'm ashamed to say I started having bladder control issues again, especially in the house. I could barely make it to pee sometimes. Sometimes I didn't. I talked to my brother and my fiance, and that night we moved out of there. I haven't been pissing myself since. My sister's wedding is approaching soon. She ordered a dress for her maid of honor, even though I told her I couldn't do a strapless dress because it wouldn't be good for my large breasts. Now I have an expensive dress that couldn't be tailored properly. She says she still wants me at the wedding, but she also wants my mother there. My mother who has made a point to sabotage her wedding too. She tried to lie to avoid going to the wedding party. She then ruined her bridal shower toast. I don't know why the fuck she is still invited, but my sister wants me there. Deep down, I really think she just wants me there to be her emotional tampon and absorb some of the hate that my mom is undoubtedly going to throw her way. I don't think she's doing it on purpose, especially since our relationship has progressed. She used to actively seek to get me in trouble and snitch on me for hitting her back when she would beat me for my mother. She's been trying to protect me more, but I feel like she'll never be able to tell that bitch no. I'm anxious that there will be an incident, especially because I know my mother will do anything she can to sabotage me. What should I do? Not go to the wedding. You are in the same dynamic that I had with my brother. Exactly the same. Once you move out, the dynamic turns on them. They start feeding the narcissistic abuse. That's when they start acting like they're really on your side. I got an invite from my parents to my brother's bridal shower, and I called them, and I'm like, what the fuck is this about? Oh, well, they're throwing me the bridal shower. Like, why? Why are you even allowing it? And I told him that it was going to come back to bite him in the ass, which it did. Which at that point is when he told me, make this channel public, yada, yada. Also, I could be his emotional tampon and douchebag and suck up that narcissistic abuse. No. Your sister doesn't have the balls to not invite her to the wedding. Okay? She's only having you there. She's only having you there to be that emotional tampon. Don't be the narcissist emotional tampon for the narcissist, because that's exactly what it is. And I guarantee you, the second she gets through this wedding, this dynamic with you and this golden child sister will go back and she will stab you in the fucking back. I promise you. She takes no consideration into you. She takes no consideration into that, and then the proof is that dress. Just because she's giving you these tidbits, these morsels of acknowledgement of the abuse, understand why she's doing it. She's doing it to almost recruit you as her flying monkey. She is sucking you back in to take the fucking brunt at that wedding. And you don't know, and you can't do it. What happens if you lose control in the presence of your mother and have an accident at that wedding? And it's a goddamn shame that I got to use that kind of terminology with a grown adult, but that's what the situation you're in. Because of the sexual abuse, because of the fear and all the triggering. You can't be around this woman. What are you going to do? You're going to wear a diaper, like you're going to wear a Depends at a wedding? Why would you subject yourself to that? And why would any sister who really cares about you subject yourself to that? For this narcissistic bitch of a woman? No. No. No, you can't do it. You can't do it. And you got to be firm with your sister. If she's there, I won't be. Bottom line. You're not going to be the tampon for the golden child. You will not be there to suck up that narcissistic abuse. For what? Because that golden child will eventually turn on you again. Trust me, it's coming. I hope that helps. Thank you for your story. Thank you for everybody watching. Please leave any advice or opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you know what to do with the PayPal and my email links in the description box. I'll have the video right back to you. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon. Bye.